Hey, what's going on, everybody? So I've been alluding to this and planning it for a while, and here it finally is. You got the questions, I got the answers. This is the making of a collabo season episode. And the episode in which we have documented, and I will show you the process of now, is episode 48. Mammoth WVH's Mr. Ed, which Brandon Howell and I recorded back in November of 2022. Late November to be exact. But anyway, I'm not going to keep you for too long, so let's get straight into the action, and I hope you enjoy. So we're up here in the office. I'm about to give you a sneak peek of the making of a collabo season episode, so I'm just waiting for Brandon to get back to me. So right now what we're doing, here's the dealio, right? Usually when I do collabs, usually when you do any kind of recording, anyone who's a musician knows that you do the drums first because that's just the basis of everything else that comes after, right? That's the foundation. Well, with Brandon and I, he sends his guitars and stuff over first because, you know, that's just the way he operates. He just likes to track everything down, and, you know, there's something to be said for it because, you know, it's just genuine rock and roll. You don't need no metronome. You don't need none of that shit. You know, you capture it authentically, and it just seems like more of a jam session than just something that you tracked. So Brandon has got all the rhythms, all that other shit done. And what I'm working with him on right now is just the solo section and just editing some things and making sure we get all that right and on point as possible before he sends it over to me.
Okay, before I go to the tapping bit, I got this marked off. I cleaned it up. We may not even have to double track this at all. But I'm going to play you this up until the tapping bit, and you tell me if there's anything else that needs corrected besides the obvious.
I sure will.
Alright, that's up to the tapping bit. I'll play it one more time. That first opening bit, I did miss a lick, so I'm going to go back and fix that. But listen to that real quick. Tell me if there's anything else. I'm going to send you over the whole solo now so you can hear it.
Yeah, I was just going to say right quick, I was just listening to it, and yeah, just that one little part where you just kind of, you missed the little lick, the doo-doo-doo, I think it was the last one where you kind of missed it there. Yeah, just patch that up. I'm sure you've done it already because you said you just already fixed everything, and then just, you know, that'll be it.
Here we go.
Okay, still a couple more things to do. I'll just let them know that. Okay, so number one thing out the bat, that one lick that you replaced, it was a little sloppy right there. Still needs a little bit of work. Now let me just play it for you just to show you what I mean. You hear how it didn't quite end? Didn't quite end on the first one either. Now listen again. Hold on. You hear the first and the fourth one of those. Dude, you didn't get the. You got like dude. Actually, even before that. It's the end clip here, like the tapping climb, which you need to get down. Now listen, right here. Now you hear that? Now here's how you're doing it. Hold on. I don't think you're doing that climb to the same extent. Now if you need me to play it again, I will, but there's that. Last thing is, I think the phrasing in right before you hit the tapping part is a little bit different. Now listen, now here's how you do it, I'll show you what I mean. Here's how Wolf is doing it.
Okay, I'll get to that tapping section just here in a second.
You hear his dog barking in the background.
Okay, the notes in the phrase is this. That's with a pick. Now tapped, it's...
Now you get an idea of the kind of detail that we get into.
Okay, so is this the note as it goes? There it was, the second one.
Alright, let me just confirm this to him over another voice note. Check this out. Let me play this for you one more time and you can judge for yourself. I think you might be on the money. Let's see. Right here. I'll play it for you a few more times. Does that do it for you?
Yeah, it's a weird phrase, but it goes like this.
Yeah, you definitely got the notes there. I just don't think there's really staccato like that. It's more like a smooth type of phrase where you're doing it like, dude. So you're doing it like, dude, do, do, do. There's stops in it where it's more like, do, do, do. Let me play it one more time for you here. Listen. You hear that? It's just like smoothly executed. Not like do 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 do. It's not like that. It's more like do 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 do. One singular smooth movement. So try to execute it more like that. Yeah, he's definitely got it now. Hear it again. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, we're back. Brandon sent another note in, another voice note. He took a little time to work on the last little bit that he had to do, and we'll see if he's correct.
I'm gonna have to call tonight. I ain't getting the feel for it right now. My hand's cramped up. I just need to call tonight.
Yep, no problem. It's better to do when you got the feel for it than try to force and, just fuck it up. So, I understand, man. And that concludes our session for this evening. We will be back tomorrow with more of this same shit, basically. Check this out. There's one more thing we got to do before we go to sleep here. We got to create the announcement photo, the promotional photo, because tomorrow is Monday. So, Mammoth WVH is who we're covering, so I'm going to find Picture Wolf here. I like this picture right here. I'm just going to go ahead and use this one. Grayscale that up. We'll adjust it later. Then I got these two pictures here. Hold on, there's one of me. And then we take one of Brandon here. Grayscale that up. Give it a little bit of exposure right off the bat. So we're just going to size it down like that. Boom. These are at 600 a piece. Okay, so what is this? 600, 1200, whatever. Okay, there you go. There you go. There's a picture of Wolf. And then you get us in here. So there you go. Then we're going to grab one of Brandon here, see what the size is looking like for him. And we just cut the edges like so. Knock that off. Take that off too. Take a whole bunch off the bottom over here. All right, we'll go with that. Take the color adjustments over here. A character to it, a little sharpness, and boom. Then we're going to just upload that tomorrow morning, just to announce to the world that that's what we're doing. Welcome back this fine Winnipeg morning. So what we're going to do right now, we got the picture. I showed you the making of that last night. So if I can locate said picture here, hold on a second. There you go. It says received item. We got what we need right there. I just need to type a little something in the text box and check this out. The next thing we got to do, share this on Matt Dara Drums, my handy dandy artist page right here on Facebook. New collabo season episode Friday. Then just create a story. You got to throw some music on it there. Let's see, they guarantee they got Mammoth WVH on this motherfucker. You always use those little boom things right there. New. This is on Facebook, by the way. Featuring, tag him in, Brandon Howell. Make it equidistant. And then, let's see, any effects or anything I could throw in there. That'll do. Then we'll just jump over, do the same thing on Instagram in just a second, as soon as that loads up. So we'll just send that out. And then boom, we just wait for that to load, and then the last step is TikTok. We just type in a short description. Now I don't need to say too much. We just put that same clip in the story because TikTok always makes a copy unless your phone is loaded. Just boom. Just like that. And that, boys and girls, is our promotional process. So, we're off to the races. Next step is, well, getting this mix done, which I'll show you later, and then getting this video done, which will take over the next few days. But let's go. Alright, welcome back to the office. Brandon has sent me all the tracks. We got the last little bit of the solo that we were leaving off on yesterday figured out. There's still a couple other things we need to work through before we get recording. If all goes well, I'll be able to show you guys the recording process that I do on my end with the drums and everything else. I'm going to be doing vocals on this too, so you'll be able to catch that. And just a couple little last minute adjustments that we got to make, and then boom, we're just off to the races. So I'm just going through the tracks right here, making sure the compressor's on, and then we'll turn on the reverb and the ambience to whatever we need. And that goes for each, so you really get that sort of full, roomy sound. And then you do the necessary panning like this here. This could go to the left, this could go to the right. We'll fix that later, but this is just sort of as an example, if you will. Alright, back to the adjustments though.
Okay, before I move on, this is what you needed at the end of this track, correct? Just at that last do-do-do-do-do-do-do, you just needed the harmonics at the end, so it'll sound like this.
Correct.
Alrighty, I'm gonna get this other rhythm bit fixed, and I'll get these tracks resent to you.
Sounds like a plan.
All parts are corrected, sending them your way as soon as I export.
Brilliant. It's time for me to do my part and record my drums. I might do my vocals today too. I'm not totally sure, it just depends on how I'm feeling later on, but right now we're going to take care of these drums because it's a very simple drum track. It won't take very long. Given the song, I'll get a different shirt on. I'll get my Van Halen tank on. Got the setup over here. Handy dandy Yamaha E8010 that I used to record the drums. The mic slash monitor is hooked in over here. Dick around with the reverb. If you can see that, the effect, the trigger, what have you. Just see what we can do with that. Click on E8010 right here. We're plugged in, we're ready to go. Okay, we're just gonna try something. I got this preset right here, big gated, and we'll see how this goes. Quarters, not eighths. Last thing that I'm going to do right here, I always do this, most of the time anyway, is add some little assorted hits around the kit, so that way if there's anything I need to copy and paste in later that was missing, that I didn't play, I can just knock that in. So let's go. What the hell am I doing? One more time. All right. So, now we're finally going to get to the vocals. We got this Shure MV7 microphone plugged into GarageBand right now, and it's a funny thing, you actually got to plug your headphones in right here to be able to hear it in the DAW. I'm going to try my damnedest to get this done tonight, because we need to. Really? Are you happy? Can't see what you're making. Get back to where you're coming from. See, that's a little weak. We'll go back and do that again, but I'm just doing a preliminary run, you know? I feel like I'm the only one. Oh, always empty to me. Waste all the breath you can do. You're there and I'll still be right here. Somehow, far around, really, now you're sorry. Send me, yeah, that you like it, hey, yeah. So I think we've done all that we need to do. And now all that's left as far as the recording on my end is, well, one, mixing, and then two, shooting my own video components. Since I already showed you the process, no need to show this again. So what you see on film, and maybe I'll show a bit of what I do, that'll be what it is. That'll be the final product that you're going to see. All right, so on to the mixing, or should I say the aftermath of the mixing. You know, there's a lot of pointless, well, not pointless, it's a lot of little tedious adjustments and all kind of little shit that I'm not going to subject you to all that. Knowing that a lot of people got limited patience. Not necessarily you, but I'm just saying you got to keep it compact and digestible for the internet. So what I'm going to show you is what we got so far, because like I said, I'm about to send this off to Brandon, and then we'll just work through it and do whatever else we need to do before it's final. All right, so you get the idea. Now we're just about to WeTransfer that over to Brandon, and we will see what happens. Alright, so Brandon came back, so here's the feedback. Okay, for music, the rhythm guitars are hard pan left to right. Need to be brought down in the mix, tick too loud, couple spots in the vocals, tad pitchy. Opening really, are you happy? A tad sharp in 2 spots. At the right here, line of the second verse a little sharp as well. Heard now it's tad pitchy as well. Only things I hear that need touched up on it, but sounds good. You said right and left. Actually, didn't have them being panned that far, but we're gonna bring these down just a little bit, maybe to about there. So we're gonna take this section down. I think it's this section anyway. Of that Are You Happy section, we're going to move that down to track 16, which is essentially the same thing, but it's pitched up a little bit. Maybe it needs to be pitched down, actually. So we'll move it to number 15, see how that sounds. Yeah, that sounds a little better. Right here, the end of the second verse, a little sharp as well. Yeah, I am. So we'll take that, move that down to track 15. Means I'll have to adjust this. And the hurt now, we'll take care of that in the same way. Sounds a lot better. Now I just sent that off to Brandon. He'll give it another listen, and whatever other revisions we need to make, we'll make, but maybe this will be it. Yeah, we just had one more thing to fix. So there was a phrase right at the end, 323 to 326. That was a little sharp, so we're going to fix that right now and send it again, but we're just about done. Drag that down to track 15. And this, I'm going to drag down to track 20, just so it matches up. Now let's hear it. Yep, should be good. I'll send that off, and we should be good after that. It is just in. Good to go. So now, it's on to the video. Alright, we're back in the office, and we are about to get to it with the video. Just lay the groundwork of it, and we'll just go from there. We got everything loaded in down here, so we're just going to get this all pasted on and ready to go. We're just going to create the title sequence first, actually, before we do anything else. Now we got the text right here, the first text layer anyway. So that's going to say, then put that in Courier. Then type the same thing in here, the famous phrase on another layer, size that up, and put that in red. That's how you make the title sequence. That's how you make the famous logo. And we got the same thing. Here's my credit. There's Brandon's. And then there's the song title right there. Alright, so fast forward to a few hours later. I got to just under a minute. I'm going to show you what I have thus far. Not all of it, but just a clip, just to show you the groundwork that I've laid down. Now, probably we're going to lay some other effects and transitions and shit onto it later, but here's the basics of what we have so far. Oh man, don't that look good in 60? 60 FPS, man, come on. And that lighting too. Get that dual action going. We're gonna saturate it a little bit too. Anyway, I'm gonna show you how we put together teasers. Let's check it out. Alright, so now I got that same clip, but over here in iMovie, just to keep it simple. Everything that I've exported thus far. So we're going to take a portion of it, let's say from here. We're going to split, boom. So that gives us 30 seconds. We're going to split it right there. And then what do we do? What do we do? Well, here's what we do. Hold on a second. We drag the rest of the video down into audio. We're going to cut off what we don't need. Put this in a Courier New Bold. Now, what's the date that we're putting this out on? Let me check. The 25th. So yes, okay, so 25/11/22. We're going to add us a nice little transition. My favorite transition of all for iMovie productions, the cross zoom. So now you see it's like this. But then we got to change this audio for the extra effect. Boom, telephone. And then we just drag this over so it's an adequate fade. You'll check this out. Then we're just going to name this here ME as in Mr. Ed Teaser 1. I'm just uploading the first clip onto all the social media platforms. I already got it on Facebook. I got it on Instagram. Well, I got to share it on Matt Dare Drums on Facebook too. But yeah, anyway, I got it on Facebook and Instagram. And I'm just about to put it on Twitter, and I'll just show you this right now. Got our caption right here. Just hit the tweet button. And there we go. It's on Twitter now. I'm going to put this preview on TikTok. And because it's like this, and usually you need a vertical phone format for what you do on TikTok. I'm just gonna put some text barriers around it just like I did before. There you go, there's your caption right there. New collabo season episode Friday featuring Brandon Howell. Okay, now that I've created that video on TikTok off my phone that you now see on my computer, the next thing that I have to do is take this here and I'll copy the link and then put it onto a TikTok downloader online. Now I have this clip and now I'm gonna put it on YouTube as a short and then we're gonna put it on Facebook as a reel. Now I already posted it on Facebook, but I just figured that if you post it as a reel as well, then you just get greater reach overall. You reach more people. First, preview. Trying to do this with one hand. My apologies. Man, you get the idea. I just type this in, put it in the description, and upload it. And then we're just going to put that up on Facebook as well. But I just got to put that on my phone, so just give me a second here. There we go, mission accomplished. And all I got to do is put it on stories, on Instagram and Facebook, and then put it on Matt Dara Drums on Facebook, and then our promotional process is complete. Then we'll just move on to continuously editing the video. Alright, I've done a bunch more editing. I'll let you see a little bit of the progress here that we're continuing to make. So we got these shots right here, these dual shots. So there's me, on the right is the backup layer, and on the left is the main layer. So I just hit it with the crop, and then in the effect controls, peel over the left on this one right here. So then you can be able to see this, and then I just scale them appropriately, because otherwise it's going to look like this normally. What I'm going to do right here, because I'm saying you're there, implying, okay, you're over there, but let me zoom in. Let me get a better view here. Just zoom right in, maybe even just zoom in even a little more. So that way it looks okay. You're here, implying over there, like you're looking at me, but I'm still right here, close, over here. And then we have the drum clip in right after. Okay, now I got the drum clip loaded in there. See, I got it zoomed in a little bit. We're gonna zoom in a little more. Maybe like that. We still want it to look good though. Maybe zoom out a little bit. And then just cut and zoom back out. And you got something like this. Then I gotta hit them with the, ah, just like before. Well, you didn't see before, but you'll see it in the end product. You see this moment right here. Now we can't just let that go straight like that. You need something that's a lot more active, that's got a lot more bang and pizzazz. Maybe I just go with the good old additive dissolve. See what happens. Shorten that up. Let's see what we got. Now we could go with that, or we could go with just the basic dip to white. That would just look like this. Actually, let's go with the additive dissolve. Now the other thing that I always did, now here's a trick that when I was working with iMovie in collabo season episodes, previous collabo season episodes that is, here's how I'd have that extra sustain on that white. Take one bit here, add a cross dissolve, make that real short, like so. We're gonna make that of equal length. We'll adjust it accordingly if need be. We'll meet your color. We're just gonna crank the exposure on each. So now what you have is an extra flash, like so. We could just move these in a bit, see how it looks. We'll work with it, but you get an idea how I make transitions here. Just that one. That's a classic one in collabo season. The cross zoom is another, which I showed you yesterday. But anyway, we done enough for tonight. We got over halfway done, which is great. We got 2 more days, so I can just do like a minute or so each over the next couple of days, extra effects, and then just boom, we're good to go. So for right now, I'm gonna take what we got. You'll see I just chopped off the rest of the music right there up to where we worked up to today, so it isn't just black space with the music underneath. And we're just going to export that, and we're going to cut another teaser and then post that up tomorrow morning, and then we'll just resume working. That's what's up. Alright, so we're in the office again. Good morning everybody. I just got everything posted up to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. All I got to do is just put it on Facebook and Instagram stories, and we are good to go. And I'll show you a little bit of that. Just the story making, because I already showed you the process about the other stuff. We don't need to show that again. Put the little bang emoji. Let me zoom out. You can see that, right? And then just new collabo season episode. And then I just go ahead and tag. There he is right there. Share it. So boom, we got the same thing set up on Instagram now. Share. Done. Let's go. So we're back again to editing now. So what you can see, we got the double action happening again. So now all that's left to do is just cut out the pieces. Right there, you just hit the C button. Take that section out, you delete it, and then we'll just put in guitar or whatever we see fit. Here's the next steps of what we're going to do to sort of mix this up. So we take the backup layer off. We just reset the position to where it was. Scale up. More of a zoom in there. Center. Now this whole section, we're going to switch it up because it's 2 choruses. We don't necessarily need all that. So we're just going to take all of that out. Just chop that off, and I'll put drums at the end there for the transition. Okay, so I just came up with a crazy idea here. What I'm planning to do for this next section right before the solo, I don't really know how to describe it. It's just sort of an abyss, like a mist of a midsection, just a drowning and wash of guitar or what have you. I don't really have the words. You'll get it when you hear it. Now I've chopped it here. What I'm going to do, just as an entry point, instead of just doing like a standard transition, I'm going to slow this part down but fluidly and then superimpose the vocal video over top. Then it'll transition into having the backup video vocal right there. So speed, duration, 50%. Oh, that's great. So yeah, we'll use that part right there. Slap that over top. Zoom way in. Probably even more than this, but we'll just use this for now. Opacity. Probably do a color adjustment later. And then we'll just throw in a basic cross dissolve right here. Shorten those up a whole lot though. Take it to about there. There's me dancing. Maybe we'll just scale this over a touch so then it looks like, and then when you throw the cross dissolve in on both, what you get is something like this. So yeah, I think we left it off about here when I had to go charge the camera. You know, I had the little fade going on here. A little bit of transitions, a little bit of fades, but probably expand those out. And here's the next thing. I don't know if I emphasized this. Maybe this was after the fact. You got this shot, then you got to zoom in just to get that extra emphasis. Where's your bite? You know, it gets really intense there, so you got to match that emotion. Maybe I'll zoom the drums in too. You always got to make sure that you get the bass shots in there too, because it's easy to neglect it as a background instrument. But wherever I can, I don't want to leave it for too long. Any instrument or anything for too long, you know. Ba, 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 ba. And what I'm trying to do just to switch it up just on the editing tip is not do anything too typical, too on the money, but with something like that it just makes sense to do those sharp, little gradual staccato zooms, little in scales, you know what I mean? Where we are at 3:40. We got like a little over 20 seconds left, like 22 seconds left. So that's what we're going to do tomorrow, and then we're going to add the special effects. Of course, I'm about to export this and make another teaser. You've already seen the process of that. I don't need to show it again. And then when all that is said and done tomorrow, we'll send it off. We'll let Brandon review it. If anything needs to be changed according to his observations, we will do it. But if it's good to go, then we will save it. And I will upload it to YouTube as a premiere. And that will be, and I'll show you the whole process of that too. What's going on, everybody? Just woke up. As you'll see in a second, I'm just posting up the last preview. Matter of fact, I might show it to you right now. You can see on TikTok, we got that right here. Except instead of Friday, it says tomorrow. And that's what I'm going to put on my stories right now. And all we got left to cover is the second, well, the very last chorus, because there's 2 choruses at the end. And before the solo. We got the last chorus to do and the little outro bit, and then we got to go back and do all the lighting and effects and any stabilization, any other corrections, anything else that needs to be completed. So let's get to it. Alright, so now take a look at this. We're just about done. Right? No answers. But yeah, we're just about done over here. Hold on. Put this in right here. Looks like almost a perfect fit. Alright, so we got that clip underneath. Just got to hit it with the crop. It's already cropped there. So, go into effect controls. We move this over. Bump the right. And zoom, zoom, zoom. Size down even just a little more. Probably a little bit better. And then we'll just add some guitar and drums in at the end over there. And then boom, there you go. Now we're just going to create the end sequence. Alright, so now we got the sequence down. If I go back a little bit, hold up. We'll just add the transitions in here. And then we do the same thing over here. So then it plays out like this. Okay, now we're in the home stretch. Pardon the light up here. We're just adding on the final transitions right now. We're going to do some light correction, other stuff like that. Mitri color, this right here. And we just do the same thing here. And next I got to do some color correction on my end. So I think overall, my clips, they could use a little bit more exposure, just like so. And maybe even Brandon on his guitar parts, I could turn it up just a little bit. 0.9, that would probably work. And then with the vocal parts, what we need to do is an all-around saturation. So now what we gotta do, we gotta go back and brighten all the vocal parts here because the continuity and lighting doesn't quite match up. So that's good. See, it's a little dimmer, so we gotta put that, we're gonna kick that up to 0.6 around the board. Brighten those up. All right, I just watched the video on playback, and from what I can see, the stabilization worked. There's a couple little other spots that I just wanted to stabilize up, and then we'll be good to go. Just boom, drag the warp stabilizer on, and then you give it a bit of time, and boom, good to go. All right, I think I got what I need. Here we go, and then we're just gonna send that off to Brandon and see what he says. So it's just after 1 in the morning, more like 1:15, 1:11 right now, 1:12. And I just got word from Brandon that the video is good to go. I just got out of the bath, that's why my hair's wet. All right, now we got one more thing to do. I'm just gonna show you right now. So what I have right here on my screen, hopefully you can see it. I have a copy of the Mammoth WVH band logo. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take that and make sure it's equidistant there. So now we got the logo on. Now what is this for, Matt? Well, I'll show you. Last thing we gotta do is take the video and set up a premiere on YouTube. So that's going. We're gonna take that thumbnail that we just freshly created, there it is, put it in the Collabo Season episode. Oh, well, we'll try that later. We'll put this in the Collabo Season playlist, and then we'll just type in the title. And I'll just add the usual subscription information here and add a couple of hashtags. So there you go, copy and paste it in. This is scheduled November 26th. No, we want November 25th. At what time? 12 o'clock p.m. Set as premiere, yes please. And I think we're good. Notify me and we are set. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. You ready? All right, let's get started. All right, so let's go. So I wrote out 2 spiels for Facebook and for Instagram. Here's the one I did for Instagram. It's highlighted here. I got it copied. Just so I wouldn't have to think about what I was going to say in advance in the description. So let's get the file right here. You just put that in right there. So then we just hit share. And we just wait for that to be done. All right, there it is. Actually, this is my second attempt at uploading here because the file was just too big for Instagram the way it was originally. You know, it was 1.1 gigs. That wasn't cutting it. So it just said, nope, can't share it. So we just went back and sized it down, which I don't like to do because, you know, you lose a bit of the quality each time. But I think that right there still looks very good. As long as it plays in 60 and it looks decent, I'm cool with that. Anyway, on to Facebook. Now we grab that same file, keep it convenient. We just take the Facebook description, boom, then post. And now we just wait for that to be ready. Whip up a quick story here. And I'll just put Collabo Season out, whatever. Video's now ready to view, you can watch it. Here we go. So before we even get to that, we're just gonna go over to Twitter and TikTok and let the people over there know. I'm just gonna drop a little tweet over here. All right, now we're just gonna do a quick little TikTok thing. Just got a little screen grab from the video. And then we'll just write some text on it. Episode's out now, whatever. Post the link in the comments too, and then we'll be good to go. Boom, I think that should do. All right, cook up the Instagram story. Got the link, boom. Cooked up another one on Facebook with this effect in the background for extra emphasis. Got the story link right there, Brandon's in there. And just hit share. And then just share to my artist page. Now you're probably thinking that's it, right? Nope. Well, what else is there left to do, Matt? Well, I will show you in just a minute. Now we got to tag everybody in. And then we got to share it to a whole bunch of other pages on Facebook and Instagram. I got a whole tag list of mofos that I'm going to include. And I'm going to tag on both Facebook and Instagram. Some of them are on one or the other. Most of them are on both. So I'm going to start with Instagram first. Then I'll go over to Facebook and get everybody in. So now after some work, we've got a room. We already got some comments. What's up, Trevor? I'll respond to that soon. Zoom out so we can see that. Now we're just going to go over to Facebook and do the same thing. See, who else can I get here? George Bush, Pope John Paul, Elon Musk. No, I'm just kidding. Everyone is tagged in over on Facebook. Last thing we'll do here is share to a few groups. So Winnipeg musicians, WVH fans, unofficial Mammoth WVH, 316 Wolf Van Halen. So I'm just going to post this in all the groups that I join related to Mammoth, as well as, you know, just the local music groups and whatnot, Canadian music groups. And we'll just see how it goes. So all that's left now is to go catch the premiere at noon. So now you've seen the entire process. You've seen how this Collabo season episode has been made. This has been number 48. And now all that's left is to catch the premiere on YouTube, which I'm about to do right now. Thanks for tuning in. And for anyone else seeing this video right now, well, seeing this video later, anyone else who checked the video out after the fact, thank you very much. Anyone else who continues to support, thank you very much. Anyone who supports this video and shares it around, thank you very much. We will continue to keep doing this. It's the Collabo season. This is Matt Dara. We got about 8, 7, 6, 5 seconds, and we are good to go. I'm going to sit down and watch. Thank you.